Coptic teacher, what's up? I'm back.
Hey, how you feel?
I'm okay. I know we left off at the garments and the robes, but before we do, what is the what we based on? What chapters again? I know it's Deuteronomy 28. I got my pen and paper. Deuteronomy 28. What's the other two?
Matthew 10.
Matt 10. And what else? Deuteronomy 28. All right, so I got Deuteronomy 28, Matthew 10. That's it, right? Exodus 3:4, something like that.
Yep, you got it. You got it.
Exodus the 3rd chapter or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, where you left off yesterday? You talking about the garments, the robes that he gave us?
Yes, that was basically here already. Because you got to think about it. Roman Catholics, friars already had that. They had the cinctures. They had the garments. The fathers, that's the friars. They had cords and stuff like that. They didn't have the black like we had. Maybe they did, but I always saw them wearing white cinctures. That's about it. Garments, priests to this day in Roman Catholics still wear the vestments. Those are actually called vestments. Vestments, yes. Actually called vestments, robes, caesars. That's what the prince wear. Cicados is, what the bishops or bishop-elects wear before they get before they receive their 4-point crown. The beretta was what they wear, like the elders wear, or the prophets at this time, what they wear. That's, like I said, all this stuff it was here already. He just took it and incorporated it because it's in the Bible. We're Bible-based. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you said in one of your videos, or what you told me, that you didn't know nothing about prophets until you got to the faith. I was saying to myself, so when you was at probably like a Baptist or Methodist or Kojic or whatever, they have prophets, but they're but they not in crowns. Some have robes, but they don't have the Eastern Rite crown or the beretta. We have elders, but they don't have the Eastern Rite, or they don't have the beretta. Some elders do got berettas in different churches. See, like I told you, this faith really can, if you don't pay attention close enough, you can really slip and think, okay, we did this. And when I was little, like I said, there's no fault in that because you're young, you don't know anything about it. Until you get older and you realize. When I was younger, I thought everything was us, and it wasn't. From the songs to the capes. It's been capes already. You know what I'm saying? It's been staffs, not the bone staff you see to this day. That is the only thing that we have that nobody else don't have. That's the only thing. Why? Because the priest worked with bones. Bones represent a healing process. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
when you work with bones, you're working with the individual person. When we have angels around our neck with the yoke, the string is the yoke. When we have the angels around our neck, that's our angel pertaining to us. That's the angel that we speak to when we was younger, when we was born with. That's our guardian angel. When we was born with. So that's why we wear angels. And it's given to us because the angel has protected us through our lifetime and keeping us protected. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I feel no evil. thy rod and thy staff, it comforts me. So when you go out, you always supposed to have, not every day. You can still wear your regular stuff. I'm talking about when you go to these different churches. You're supposed to have your crown on within the let me get this straight. Within the faith. Now, when you go into another church, they don't know nothing about that. So, of course, you're going to be respectful, and you're going to always have your head covered, whether it be a hat on or whatever, or you just wear a regular pill box. You know what I'm saying? It is a part of your faith still. You're supposed to have your head covered. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when you in these other temples, yes, you can. If you don't have no robe on, put a suit on. You have your crown on. You have your angel on. Your protection. If you have a staff, but you have your staff in your head, it's protection. My father told me, always have something to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in that degree now. You're in that prophet degree. You have your staff with you. You have your angel with you. You're protected. Now, I'm not going to be a dummy and walk outside of Chicago with my staff and my crown on and my angel around my neck. No. You can have it in your car. You have your staff in your car. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a protection if you know how to work it right.
Yeah. What about the teachers? Why do they have 3 angels? You know what I mean?
That I don't know. That I don't know. I believe because some people want 3 angels. As I can see, some people want 3 angels, or whoever is that leader sees a double protection, a triple protection around them. It doesn't make me. They so high, mighty, and they have to have this big stupid, you know what I'm saying, angel around them. No. It has to be within the spirit. We're spiritual, man. It has to connect to what the prophet sees, to what your leader sees. If I say, Prophet Jeremy, there's a double protection around you. And I have someone make you a double angel without you even knowing. I just gave you a little bit of what I see, but you don't know what's going on. There's no more mystery. You know what I'm saying? The prophets of old can say one thing and leave you stuck for a minute until it's time to reveal it. We don't even have crown ceremonies anymore. When you come out at your red band,
yeah,
wherever the prophet see fit for you to be, you get a crown ceremony. They take you to the back or wherever, however the church made, march you up. And he takes the crown. He says what he says into the crown in front of the congregation. And in front of, he crowns you in that degree. I've seen a lot. This is what I'm telling you. I was taking y'all do a lot. I've been in some of those because when he crowned me prince. You know what I'm saying?
He made you a prince?
I've seen him. Yeah.
He gave you your name? He gave you your name, your spirit?
Yeah, I only been in one temple all my life.
I want you to finish. I want you to finish, but do you know the date he gave you your spiritual name?
It was in 2010. I remember that because I was going through stuff with my girlfriend at the time, and I was in a bad state. I was beating drums hard as hell. Seriously, I mean, so mad because I couldn't put my hands on her. I was at church and I did my thing. Even though I was on beat, but I was still pissed the fuck off.
No, I just okay. I'm gonna now. I hope you can finish where I cut you off at. I just wanted to know that so I can give you honor because of you. You have helped me out a lot. Like I said, I talk to other people. I can't get anything. All right, so Prophet, go ahead.
Yeah, I was messed up, man. So my uncle. I got my name with my uncle. He gave my uncle his name, then he turned around and gave me my name. And that was the best feeling of my life because ever since I was little, I always wanted a name. You hearing Matthew, Bartholomew, you hearing Aaron, you hearing Philip, because my name is Philip, that's my natural name, but we did have a prophet Philip. Man, you hearing all these names, and you're like, why can't I get one? You too young. I'm too young. What that mean? I didn't know nothing about it. See, that's the thing about it. I don't know what people do in their temples, but we supposed to teach. You know what I'm saying? It said the book of Solomon says, train a child in the way that they should go. And when they get older, they shall not fall from it. I am a living product of that. I haven't strayed away. Everybody went away from the church. Whether it be I just went because my mama, my grandmama, my granddad, and now I'm on my own. F this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with me, I tried to get away. I tried to stay home. My grandma wouldn't let me. My mama wouldn't let me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I didn't even want to be the musician. To tell you the truth about it, I just wanted to play drums because it looked cool. You know, my cousin was playing at the time. I just wanted to play because I think I can do it and it looked cool. He shook my hand one day because I thought he was going to elevate me. After being, I'm grown spiritually and naturally out the Prince degree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You finna put me up higher. No, he shook my hand. He called me, shook my hand and said, I'm the afternoon drummer. I didn't want to be that. I didn't want to be that at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it had to take time to know where, okay, I'm saying to myself, if he's trying to trap me because every man, every boy, every girl, they leave when they go on to college or they just leave and just leave. No, it's because that there is a need for me. I can't really get a job. How can you really get a job? You know what I'm saying? Because of the disability that I have. But he created a job. But God created a job for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To use my gifts and to preach. Because at that time too, he had us did sermonettes. When I was little, when I was in the church of today, I always wanted to preach. I opened up service one time with one of my other cousins. You know what I'm saying? We had a program or something like that. And I've been knowing the black man ever since I was 6 years old.
How do it go? Can you, if you can remember it by heart, can you say it for me? Cause
Out of Egypt, Ethiopia, I call my son, I am black but beautiful. Our skin is black. My skin is black. They are black. For I am like a ball of smoke. His hair is like wool. Their faces are black in the cold. The faces of all together in blackness. Looking upon because I am black. All faces together in blackness. I've been doing the flag ever since I seen it at Two Temple of Solomon. When I was old enough to see it at Two Temple of Solomon,
yeah.
I always wanted to do the flag. I told you, man, Coptic runs deep in me. When Queen Pearl and Prophet John said, don't play with this thing, I took that to heart. I don't play with this. Seriously. If I want to play something, I'll play the PlayStation. Seriously.
Do you know what your leader said? Do you know what he said when he called you up to elevate you or give you your name? Let me testify first, and I'll let you go. I think me and my mom got elevated together. she came to well, I don't want to go. I want to let you finish, but he said, "Bring me the bear in Taiwan." He said, "The man has come that he made me a royal prince." So go ahead. Do you remember the words that he said when he elevated you or gave you your name?
He didn't say anything. All he did was call Queen Pearl down, and he gave me my name, or he gave me my degree. That's it. He was supposed to put me as an elder, but he gave me master bearer. And I had to realize, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? And now I know what it meant. And he said about his degree too. So that right there, like I said, all this stuff is a learning process. You can't get this overnight. You have to learn these things. I don't understand why people be flying, trying to go from this degree to this degree, this degree, this degree. No, you have to learn your degree and learn yourself. You know what I'm saying? And in learning yourself, you'll learn your degree. The degree don't make you, you make the degree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody trying to fly to the top seat. You might not get to the top seat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might not go to the minister section. Cause there's some people, man, I'm telling you, there's some people that don't know how to sit in the minister section, how to sit as a major prophet, how to sit as a minor prophet. That's just categories. A prophet is just a prophet. I need to call you. If I needed you, you know what I'm saying, if I believed in you and you my leader, I need you to come prophesy for me, or get a prayer through for me, or meditate for me, or teach me how to meditate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you my queen, I need to come to you for advice. I need to, you know what I'm saying, I need your hand in something to pray for me to do. Because sometimes we as people go through a lot, whether it be issues in our home, issues on our job, issues in our everyday way of thinking. Our mind is loose. We need somebody to help us bring it back into light, into fruition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nowadays it's all about self. How can I get to this topic? How can I get to that topic? How can I get my own church? It's hard right now, man. Everybody getting their own spot. I'm like, y'all got money. Here's the thing about it. Look, the realest people out here ain't got, the realest people out here ain't got their own. And we still struggling to try to get the money to go get a building in the city of Chicago. And here it is this month. It's easy for this person to go get it. Why is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because God told us not. He said, let the wheat and the tare go together, and He'll do the separating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that building on the west side, y'all own that building?
Yeah, we own it.
Because the prophet and the queen, they stayed in Indiana. One time I was driving to Chicago, and I looked to my left, and they was in a car right next to me. They was in a Cadillac. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a Cadillac.
Yeah. So we own the building, but it's like I said, it's very hard for people, for the ones that really know how this goes and want to see it before they leave the earth. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to see it before I leave the earth. I'm trying to see the vision that God put in my. Every time I go to sleep, every time I dream of the church, my congregation marching in all black, or I got my prince and my empresses and my princess marching in with my crown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's very beautiful when of the mind, the True Temple of Solomon, when you looking at the videos. But this is the vision that he's given me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be Prophet John. I'm not trying to be King Peter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I can only be Timothy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know how this stuff goes because I've been in it. I've been through it. I'm gonna be 38 years old. I've been in the faith all my life. You know what I'm saying?
What year was
I know other churches.
What year was you born?
1987.
Oh. Wait. So
I've been.
do you think that's why? Cause like, Terrell Leader said that Prophet Cicero was a no nonsense prophet. Do you think it's because I just learned this yesterday from you? You think it's because he served in World War I and God chose him to help black people? Do you think he was super militant because he was in the army?
My thing is that and here's the thing too. Every prophet somewhat has been in the army. That's from Prophet Joseph. That's from Prophet Joshua. That's from Prophet Second John. That's from Prophet Peter. That's from Prophet Abednego. I forget. Prophet Melchizedek. Prophet Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's been in the army somewhat. And I think about that. And when I seen that, I'm like, this man was in the army? Oh, wow. So, yeah, to me, you, and I, you know what I'm saying? Every prophet that I've seen, you know what I'm saying? And now that I put Priest Melchizedek in the mix, was in the army. Prophet Titus, in the army. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wait, Prophet Titus
Like
in the
that.
army also?
Huh?
Wait, I'm gonna let you finish. Don't lose your thought. Titus, I thought he retired from CTA. He was in the army?
A long time ago, before he went to the sea, before he started driving buses.
All right, go ahead. I don't want you to lose your thought.
Before he started driving buses. So every prophet has been in the army, which is crazy. And I'm like, no wonder. Okay. Because yes, Prophet Samuel, perfect example. Army man. Yes. No nonsense, militant, of course. So yeah, you can say it come off as militant. Look at Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie was you can say, you know what I'm saying, was a militant guy because he was in the army over in Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I want you to do. I want you to look up some Haile Selassie stuff. Stop looking at what's in Chicago. Look in Ethiopia. Look up Haile Selassie. Learn Haile Selassie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Learn where we come from. We just didn't come from Atlanta to Cincinnati to Chicago. No. Prophet, the priest made his duty after he had the dream and the vision to go to Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And learn from the monks, which is the priest. And he was a priest. He was a monk. He learned from Haile Selassie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He learned from he learned under those bishops. He learned under the emperor. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm saying. John the Rebel. John, I love my cousin. I really do. But he was not the first emperor. He know that. You know what I'm saying? But what can he say when his people was praising him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Haile Selassie was the emperor of that generation until whenever, because his father was an emperor.
Yeah.
I think it's 10, 1 or 2. So yeah, look up Haile Selassie. I understand what you're doing, you know what I'm saying?
Wait,
And you're trying to
Prophet, let me give you my viewpoint, not to cut you off. I want to tell you where I get it from. I'm a justice person. So the only reason I defend the emperor is because of a viewpoint that blacks got something in America. Now I'm not what I'm trying to say. I'm not putting them up against Haile Selassie, but I wanted to make sure that his legacy and his work is honored as the first Coptic in Chicago in America emperor. That's what I was doing, and then it's my opinion because I don't control or run nobody, but I told you my viewpoint for that other church sending people over there and threatening him and scaring all the women. My job as a man is to protect women and children. Now those senior citizens, they got Pace Paratransit, they got walkers. They've been at True Solomon their whole life, and for a street person to send Terrell and them over there, you not an emperor, you not this, you not that, and you scaring with women and children while they come to serve God. I had a problem with that. That's why I'm like, okay, I choose.
Let me ask you this though. Why did it concern you if you're from somewhere else?
Right, that's the thing. That's the thing. It concerned me. One point, I told you, they so scared, they tried to put witchcraft on me. That's one thing. And then the other thing is...
Because you know why?
No, I'm telling you. No,
I'm telling you. This the reason why they did that, because you had no business being over there. That's why.
No, that was my job. I was making a business move.
No.
See, Theopolis make crowns, so I was going to pick up a DVD. I know, Joe. Yeah, I was going to pay $25 for. Huh? I was going to pay. Huh?
What you should have did was you should have went to Theopolis. You should have went to George. You should have did your business with George and got up out of there. You ain't had no business sticking your nose. And see, here's the thing. When people do that, then that's when they get hexed. You know what I'm saying?
No.
When you believe that.
I wasn't, I had, it hit me. I didn't know anything. So you could say my innocence, me going to make a business move, I didn't know it because I'm a business person. So, my crown and my cape and my DVD. That's all I was going for. I don't know them. I'm not Coptic. God chose me to be in Coptic. So I'm not a member. Like when you say you was born and raised and all y'all was born and raised, y'all got rights. But I'm more of a theologian and a person that wants to talk about the great things that I experienced. When you talk about the greatness of Prophet Joseph and how he did miracles to heal Michael after he was thrown out of a project building. These things the prophet deserved to be given his honor for his work of laying down his life. So I'm more, when I say it, I don't get in it. I'm more on the defense so it can survive. You know what I mean? So go ahead, Prophet. I'm more on the great works because I heard the emperor preach. That's why I heard the emperor preach and I heard the healings that he done. So when you're doing good, I honor it. But you know what I mean? But them people going over there being bad. So I asked him, why would you do that? That's it. You know what I mean?
Okay, that was no feelings towards him. I understand. I feel you.
Thank you.
The thing is, let me ask you, why do you feel that the faith is not going to last? Because the thing is, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? I told you again, it relies on you, the individual. You got so many other, you got Israel, you got the older prophets still alive. You know what I'm saying? They run their own church. So therefore, you still got the baptism. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't see everybody come together and all black for the baptism, don't mean it's dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because you don't see people fellowshipping like they used to, don't mean it's dead. Coptic is still around. It's not going nowhere unless you go somewhere. If you go somewhere, then it's dead with you. It's not dead with me, because you know why? I'm still trying to get everything in order so I can have my church and run it the way God wants me to run it.
Yeah, and if
You know what I'm saying?
when you have your church, if I'm around and I see somebody do something shady, it's going to affect me. Like, yo, why would you do that? He didn't do nothing to you. Or why did you do that? That's it.
Once again, I understand that. I thank you for that. But still, you putting yourself in something that you should have no business in. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you want to protect, but you have no, like for me, I do the same thing. I do the same thing just like you. But you have to learn how to touch your bottom lip and keep walking. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's what's wrong with people now. We don't know how to mind our damn business. Cause I used to do that. I'm not faulting you for that, because you a man, yeah. But you have no business, because people can snap just like that, and then now that makes you want to snap. You know what I'm saying? Now you fighting because of something that shouldn't have been. My ex-wife wanted me to defend her. You shouldn't have, because you should, because that's your wife. No, not when you did something first. Now you want me to back you up? No, I'm not. No, man, I'm not doing that. I'm not backing you up. If somebody did something to you, then I'll step to them. But you come starting stuff because I'm behind you, that's a no-go. And I live by that. I've been through many relationships because of that. You ain't gonna stand up for me? No. Number one, I'm in the West, so I can't stand it all. So what you mean? You know what I'm saying? Put a little humor in there, but I'm real. I'm dead that serious. Why would you argue with this person, but then want me to bag you up? Was you right in the process? No. That person was right in the process. So, like I said, if that happens, don't say anything. I got it. You know what I'm saying? But I thank you for that. I thank you for that. But yeah, you just stay out the way. Just like I'm doing now. I stay out the way. I stay out the way. If I'm a cancer, I watch and let things play out. I give you enough rope to hang your own self. Not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
Yeah.
Now, if you come to me wrong, then you're gonna get dealt with. I got a mouth just like you. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's how I am. No sugarcoat, nothing. I love you. Yeah. I give you anything in the world. But you come at me sideways, I'm gonna come at you sideways.
So did your leader? Yeah. Did your church? What was the name of y'all church?
Your man was Simple Love and Faith.
Did he ever record the services, you think? Well, he didn't believe in it. He was too busy.
Only on tape. He said no videotaping.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. You're like a Coptic teacher. Do you know why the Passover is second service, and why? Do you know why they give the Holy Ghost at 5 o'clock, and also why no cameras can be on and no recording?
Because it's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing. Why would you want to record this? Why would you want to record a spiritual ceremony? You're supposed to be seen. Yes, you're supposed to be come and see. Why would you want to videotape it? Number one, that's electricity coming through.
Damn.
You ain't supposed when you giving. See, you ain't supposed to have no earrings on for the women.
Damn.
If you a guy, you ain't supposed to take your earring off, take your watch off, take your bracelet off if you got one on. Everybody's supposed to be bare. We ain't supposed to part their hair. You know what I'm saying? Part their hair down in the middle. No jewelry, nowhere. Everybody coming up there with jewelry on, and that can mess you up if it's done right. Because those are currents, power currents in your hand.
Damn.
We have power currents in our hands, in our body. You know what I'm saying? Read the 12 powers of men. We have chakras. You know what I'm saying? You can touch something with one finger, and it can shock and blow whatever out. So your phone not supposed to be in your pocket. I messed around one day, had my phone in my pocket, and it blew out. This when I was a bearer, just a regular bearer. I forgot my phone was in my pocket. I went up, got off the drums, got my hands laid on. Next thing I know, phone didn't come on. This stuff is real. It's nothing to play with, man.
Okay, now I never even knew that. So when you say that, is it a thing? Okay, let me do two things. So in March of 2012, Prophet King Joseph's funeral, and they like, do you know? Is it a thing? Because I took out my phone because I want a picture and record. The Empress ran up like, put your phone in your hand. Now I'm not judging, because they had meetings like don't allow people to record. Do you know why? Is it a difference with a Coptic funeral why we can't have it? Because they like snapped. I'm like, oh shit, okay. I put it in my pocket like, yo, this is my leader. But you know what I mean?
I mean, nowadays some people do it. I don't know about then because I wasn't there. I was supposed to go, but I don't even know where I was in 2012. I don't know about that day, but you know, it's just like, here's the thing about it. All this recording stuff, it don't make sense no goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to record in the march. We're not supposed to record none of that. No pictures. Even though it's pictures all around the records. And you can record the service, but it's secret. It's ceremony. You know what I'm saying? Secrets and ceremony. Now, when you go to the Middle East, the reporters and stuff like that, they gotta ask permission. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're just not gonna roll up in their hours. They gotta ask permission. Why? Because this is a secret. It's not secret. Sacred for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was just more.
This is sacred.
So when you say power and all of these things about the Passover, they got to do it 2 times, right? So why does it have to happen in July, in October? Is this something with the sun? You know what I mean? Is it a connection with the sun when they give the Holy Ghost? Because they don't do it in January. They don't do it in the winter. What you think? I mean, or what you know?
No. I mean, July is the old heaven. October is the new heaven. October 1st is the new heaven. July, 4th Sunday in July is the old heaven. Why? Because you're giving a second chance. There were so many, and I'm gonna break it down to you. 2 Temple of Solomon had a lot of members, right?
Like hundreds.
So therefore, after that 5 o'clock hour, within that 5 o'clock hour, I'm not gonna keep laying hands at 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You still got people coming. So therefore, and then back then, if you didn't know your points and your honors, you weren't coming out no way. So October is your second chance at redemption. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
October is your second chance. So therefore, there's a cutoff point. There's a cutoff point. So there is a cutoff point. I'm not going to keep laying. No, it don't take all day to do nothing. I'm not going to keep laying hands. I can lay hands up until 5:59. After 5:59, it's over with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you said
There
it
was too
only
many
supposed to...
people.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It was too many people.
So he had
You know what I'm
to...
saying? So there, then on top of that, if it was back in then, your teacher didn't let you come out.
Why not?
See, because people get these points and get these papers and they don't study. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't do none of that. They don't come to Bible class. They don't come to class, school of wisdom. They don't do none of that. So therefore, they're like, and then they expect them to get baptized. Not at all. That's why some people leave. Because, like you said, it's a militant thing or whatever. It's structured. It's structured. How can I bring somebody out? It's just like going to, how can I send you to the 7th grade when you don't know your timetables? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How can I send you to the 8th grade? How can I send you to high school when you don't know your long division? Same thing with the faith. They don't do that at the Catholic. I mean, yeah, at the Baptist or the Methodist or the Kojic. Hey, that's on them. It's just like Masonry. Once again, I got to refer that to that because sometimes Coptic is Masonry. It's how he set it up. I don't know how. Still trying to learn that. But I'm not gonna send nobody out and I'm like, okay, you got this. Now you want to go put the chain on, the hat, the earrings, if you wear earrings, the bracelet, the watch, and a brother like me come along and I challenge you on that, and you can't defend it. Oh, I'm gonna say one word. You're gonna get mad. We're gonna fight. Strip. I need you to get butt ass naked because you don't know your shit. And back then, I heard they was demoting people. They would take them down a degree if you wasn't in that. If you didn't know what that degree meant. You know what I'm saying? Why are you an empress? Why are you a prince? Why are you a prophet? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This happened.
I was talking to a queen yesterday, and she said that King Peter is so powerful. They were on the airplane to go somewhere, and the airplane dropped, and he went into whatever God gave him, and he made the plane work the right way. Have you ever heard of something like that?
No, I don't know. Everybody has stories. That's why I said some stuff. I mean, if she remembers that, then she probably does. That's her belief. See, everybody had belief in this little man, and that was a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had that faith in him. Hello?
Coptic teacher, what's up? I'm back.